There is no doubt that Vila is the most popular and the most famous of all creatures in Slavic mythology, particularly in Serbian folklore. Many suspect that Vilas were once demons of storms and bad weather, and that only later they gained features of mountain, forest and water demons. In them they see the remains of Greek nymphs. Some ethnologists associate Vila with Greek Nereids, others with Maenads, and some think they primarily and only have Balkan origin. The existence of a belief in the Vila was documented by Procopius, the Greek historian in the 6th century AD. His record testifies that South Slavs worshipped beings similar to Greek nymphs, offering sacrifices to them. Jan Machal, in a treatise on Slavic mythology, traced history of the Vila in ancient writings of Russians, South Slavs and Czechs. Machal explains the word Vila is apparently coming from the root vel, which means to perish, and to be cognate with the Lithuanian Veles, spirits of the deceased. That creature, quite similar to the Vila, which embodied restless spirits of the dead, appears to have been a widespread idea among the Slavs. The Bulgarians identified their Samovili as the souls of unbaptized girls. The Slovaks think them to be the souls of brides who died after betrothal. For the Poles, the Vili are souls of beautiful girls condemned to atone for their frivolous lives by floating in the air midway between sky and earth. The Russians say that Rusalka is a child who died unbaptized, drowned or suffocated, and in many Serbian legends, the Vila is the soul of a proud maiden who incurred the curse of God. In his dictionary, Vuk Stefanović Karadžić describes Vila, which lived in stories, dreams, fantasies of the people of his time. He writes that Vilas were demons of nature because it was believed that they ruled over a large part of it, mountains, streams, clouds, etc. Their supernatural power was concentrated in their hair or in okrilje, an element of dress descending from their head down their wings. They were generally well disposed toward humans unless some injury was done to them. If someone fell on their beat, heard their song, or saw them bathing, then they would hunt them down, shoot them in the leg or arm, or both legs and arms, and sometimes even kill them. Seeing a mythical creature bathing and its consequences has parallels in other mythologies. For example, prophet Tiresias lost his sight when he saw goddess Athena bathing. In Slavic folklore, someone who would see Vilas bathing would lose sight unless he steals Vila's okrilje, which she would take off before going into water. In that case, this man would become Vila's master, since he stripped her of all her powers by taking okrilje. Vilas are mostly female, although there are male Vilas. They are called Vilenjak or Vilovnjak, and they became that because they came into some sort of contact with Vilas, thus gaining certain powers that common people don't have. If a Vila would nurse a human baby, it was believed that baby would become strong and healthy. For many heroes of Serbian epic poetry, it is said that they were breastfed by Vilas. Machal reports that the Vila originally lived in close contact with human beings, teaching them to gather in the harvest, to feed cattle and to build houses. The responsibility for teaching mankind how to sow, plow, irrigate and even how to bury their dead belongs to the Vila. Close relations exist between them and mortals. Every honest man has a Vila as a sister who will help him in times of need. In some folk tales, the Vila marry young men and will remain with them as faithful wives and excellent homemakers on one condition, that they never be reminded of their descent, in which case they would disappear forever. When we are talking about birth of Vilas, there are two most common tellings of how they are born. In the first, Vilas bore child from the first morning dew in the summer and gave birth in the winter. The child was always female. According to the second origin story, Vila is not born, but she emerges out of dew or out of trees and plants. Vilas are depicted as very beautiful, tall, slim, and with long hair, which also has some powers, and which gives them strength. It was believed that Vilas know plants and nature in general very well, and they can use that knowledge to heal someone who is sick or injured, even to bring someone from the dead. There are many examples of Vilas healing heroes' wounds in Serbian epic poetry. Most known of those heroes maybe is Prince Marko or Marko Kraljević. Sometimes Vilas are his best friends. In one such poem, Marko is wounded in battle and one Vila came and jumped quickly, went to look for all kinds of plants which heal wounded heroes, and then healed all Marco's wounds. My translation isn't perfect, but I'm sure you get the point. And sometimes Vilas did something harmful to Marco, and he had to punish them. One such poem is Prince Marco and Vila, where Marco and his sworn brother Miloš are riding together, and Vila Raviola shoots Miloš with 2 arrows. One went through his heart and the other through his throat. Then Marco chased Vila, caught her and smote her with his mace, and then made her come back and heal Miloš, which she did. She gathered herbs on Miroč as she wandered to and fro, and she called often, "My brother, I am coming from the field." The Vila gathered many herbs, and the hero's wounds she healed, and the lordly throat of Miloš was better than before, and the strong heart of the hero was stronger than of yore. Although there are many different stories that describe Vilas in many different ways, from their looks to their character, according to Čekanović, one thing that is certain is that they were mythical representatives of Serbian and other Slavic people. That's all for now, thank you for watching.